I'm making my car try to run on like no gas. And she just saw it. She got it. She's like, I am not loving myself by eating this way. And we came up with a whole plan for her what to do. It was a big change. She did release weight that she wanted to release. More importantly, though, what shifted was her sense of loving herself and feeling, when you're caring for yourself by eating something really like delicious and healthy and nourishing, like I know for me, I always feel like, ooh, I love taking care of them. It feels good, right? You're saying, I do care about you. Makes me want to cry talking about this. I don't know why. It's just emotional. I think when I see others not loving on themselves, especially with food, I'm like, okay, let's look at this because you deserve to be well loved and well nourished at all times. And even if that means even if funds are tighter, let's look at how we can do this. How can we do this anyhow? Or if time is tight, right? It's usually, frankly, the time issue,
Mhm.
or the prioritizing. And all of those are things to look at because to me, they're all indications of a lack of really honoring and loving yourself.
I think we can all relate to that story because we've all had a time in our adult lives where we've prioritized getting to work or being in business meetings or showing face or, basically worrying about other people's happiness or perception of us or showing up for others versus taking a moment to take care of ourselves. And maybe that way of taking care of ourselves required that we take a few extra moments and prepared a good meal and sat down and ate it properly. And
Yeah.
then that moment when we realize that we're our own detriment to ourselves, it's
Yeah.
tough.
It's so tough. It's so real. The like next level of this, I was trained in a mindful eating program, and this is something as like a person who, frankly, like I've always worked on. I eat very fast. Well, I shouldn't say that today because I've definitely been working on it. But, really, the next level would then be, okay, how do I like really how am I present with this food and bless it and honor where it's come from and frankly tune into the energetics, the vibration, the good the nutrients, all the people that have been involved to help me to have this beautiful salad. Or I'm laughing, I before we met, I mean, I made a smoothie. It's actually, I don't have smoothies every day, but it's got a lot of lovely things in there. And I was just thinking, oh my God, like, look at you, cute blueberries. I just saw one of you pop to the top because I didn't fully blend it because I didn't want to be late. And it's like, let me just honor, there's some good, beautiful things in here. And I want to, that's the next level is, really honoring, setting intention, blessing your food. I'm a big believer. There's a book called The Intention Experiment. I've actually interviewed Lynn McTaggart. It's incredibly powerful. And it talks about our intention that we have way more sovereignty and agency than we understand. So you set the intention of caring and nourishing for yourself. Then you set the intention that this food is going to bless every cell. I mean, you could get as deep as you want. I don't always remember to do this. I got to be honest, when I'm driving my kids to school, usually it's, if I'm eating something right after or on the way, I try to take a breath. I try to do some sort of, let me just honor, let me just bless it. Sometimes it's quick. But I will say there's something that shifts when you start to have a new presence and appreciation of what you are literally feeding your cells with, your organs, these aspects of our body. And I've led meditations and I try to do this myself. We don't often think about your kidneys, your heart, your digestion, your beautiful lungs, like your capillary. I mean, there's just so much going on that's miraculous that is feeding off what we feed ourselves. And so it's helped. I know the clients I've worked with and myself, it's helped to kind of elevate, to make it more sacred because it can feel very mundane and it doesn't have to be.
I love that. And I love that we're on the same wavelength. I look forward to having a meal with you sometime. And it will be a great meal when we finally get to meet in person. But I really loved what you just shared.